Welcome back, America. We're here at Kevin McCarthy, who's actually an expert on this sort of thing, this gerrymandering and so forth. He has studied it. He has fought it. In some cases, he's fought for it. Kevin McCarthy, you come out of California, which is really one of the worst gerrymandered states, worst managed states in the country. And for the Democrat Party, apparently that's a resume enhancer because, you know, the governor there wants to run for president. You know, I keep hearing that he wants to run for president, Kevin McCarthy, and I always ask myself, well, which country? Can't possibly be ours. But there he is, Gavin Newsom. What do you make about all the pearl clutching and references to Nazi Germany and dictatorship over Texas, saying, you know, we're gonna make some changes here with some of these congressional districts?
This is the biggest hypocrisy there is. And if you really got to the core of it, because it's not only Gavin Newsom who wants to run for president, Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, that is housing these individuals. And then if you look at New York and Hochul, they all believe they could become president. And they're all fighting to become that Democrat nominee. But let's get into it. And you did an excellent information about gerrymandering, about redistricting. But each state also has a state constitution. So first, let's look at what Texas says. Texas says the legislature can draw the seats. So they're not doing anything wrong. Hochul complains that they're doing it outside of the census. Well, New York redrew their lines last term outside. Then we look at the Constitution in California, where literally the people of California voted to have a nonpartisan commission. Well, did it end up perfect? No, because President Trump gets 38% of the vote, but Democrats get 83% of the seats. Now, Gavin Newsom wants to take the amendment out of the Constitution that the people voted for and take the power back to the legislature and let them draw with the sheer idea of only grabbing seats away from Republicans. Democrats already have 83% of the seats. Then if you look at Illinois, that is housing these Democrats from Texas who ran away from even a debate, the number one thing that makes you a non-Texan is to run away from a fight. I mean, they've got to be embarrassed of these individuals. If you look at what Pritzker did under his governorship when it came to redistricting, here President Trump gets 44% of the vote, and the Democrats get 83% of the lines. He perfected redistricting. He took the Republican seats and all those representatives, those are the people who live there, and split them all up and drew the funny little signs. He went on a late night show this week, Stephen Colbert. You can only, if you want to catch it, you got to catch it soon because it's canceled. But he literally made fun of the redistricting and said, oh, that's what first graders color in. And this is what he's trying to defend and argue against. They're all playing politics. And you made a very good point. They cheated in the last census. These Democrat states got more seats than they were supposed to have. Texas and Florida were supposed to get more. Not for any other reason, but the population moved there. And what the Democrats are very afraid of, they've only got one more presidential election that is going to really be competitive. Because after the 2030 census, Republicans don't have to win Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. And they can still win because that's the true number of the Electoral College. And the only person they have to blame is themselves. Their mismanagement of these states, people left it. They have a choice. Why did people leave California? Why did Tiger Woods the day he turned pro? You watch it time and again. Taxes are too high. Crime's too high. And these people want to be our president, and they're playing politics right now with redistricting at the same time where they have gerrymandered this all away. Texas has the legal right to do it. President Trump got 56% of the vote. If they end up with the lines they say, it's still less than where California currently sits and Illinois currently sits.
Boy, that's beautifully put. But it is interesting to me when you look at this that what undergirds all this is the people are moving out of these blue states as fast as possible. And so the Democrats are left trying to cheat through their form of gerrymandering. The census was outrageous, what they did too. They're trying to hold on to these seats and hold on to these votes, which also brings us to the issue of all the illegal aliens let into this country and why the Democrats are fighting like hell. I mean, physically trying to block. They've called out their, what's in effect, their militia to go after ICE, to attack people. They're even defending criminals because they know that their goal in changing the citizenry and locking up the Electoral College and locking up the majority in the House relies on foreigners in this country, because citizens are moving to the red states.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.